Welcome to day 13 of the 1000 Day Fitness Challenge. Training like Saitama from One Punch Man. Now, tomorrow is our week 2 weigh-in. And I'm a little worried because at the end of week 1, we'd actually gained a little bit of weight. And that sucked, not gonna lie. So this week, I really want to see that number go down. So today, that's our main objective. Now you may be thinking, you're only one day out from weigh-in. There's no way you could lose a significant amount of fat in that time. And you would be correct. But we can lose a significant amount of water weight. So that's the plan. So how do we do that? Sodium. We're reducing sodium. No added sodium, low sodium foods. Number 2, drink a shitload of water. Now that sounds counterintuitive, but what that does is flushes out whatever sodium is still in your body so that how much water you actually hold on to is reduced. Number 3, we're not having any carbs today. Having lots of carbs in your system increases your water retention. And then number 4, of course, break a sweat. But we do that every day. So all those things together, we could drop anywhere from 1 to 2 kilos of water weight. And I think moving forward, the day before every weigh-in, I'm gonna do this process just to reduce that weight as much as possible. And I think that's really gonna help with the mental game, because there's nothing worse than doing all this work, thinking I'm eating clean, and then hop on the scale and I've gained weight. It's just like, makes everything feel a little pointless. But anyway, we're down at the lake, ready to get our 10 kilometers in. Let's do it. "10 kilometers done." It was rainy, it was windy. That can't stop me, baby. Dude, something awesome has been happening lately. Just texting with my girlfriend while I was exercising. She's been coming along to the walks and sort of like ramping up whenever she can. Yesterday she did the full 10Ks, but today that gave her a blister. So she's just been at home crushing out squats, doing sit-ups. I don't know if she's game on push-ups yet, and I haven't been asking her to come on walks or telling her to exercise. She's just seen the effort I'm putting in and trying to match. So that's pretty awesome. So if you want to motivate someone in your life, just lead by example. That seems to be the most effective way. Pace today, I think we did it in 10 kilometers in 2 hours and 10 minutes. So I think that's a bit slower than yesterday, I can't remember. But the low calories, the energy was a struggle today. Plus I was stopping off, trying to smash as much water as I can so we can get our water retention down. I think I've had about 750 mils, but we've got to get home because I'm busting to flush some sodium out, if you know what I mean. So I'll see you for the strength training. You want to hear something pretty disgusting? You know how my shoes have been hurting my feet on my 10K walks? Oh, part of that is because my feet are a bit too wide for my shoe, and my left pinky is like rubbing up against the side. I just discovered I now have a callus on my left pinky toe, like a pretty big one. So I didn't even know that was possible. Anyway, let's get these squats done. That was brutal. Normally, I could do all 100 without resting. But since I've been trying to keep the calories super low and I'm avoiding salt today, drinking lots of water, there's a headache forming and my energy just isn't there. But despite that, I was really focusing on getting good depth I'm trying to ignore the weird thing that's going on in my knee. So even though I had to rest more, I think there were more quality reps. Just finished my first 1.25 liter of water. Filled the back up, I think. 2, maybe 2.5 of these for the day. That should be plenty to flush as much sodium out as I can. Anyway, let's get in these sit-ups. Hundred squats, 100 sit-ups, done. Again, grueling. Just goes to show how your nutrition really impacts your performance. Oh. That sucked. Grueling. Did hit a record time. 9 minutes, 22 seconds. I think it's my quickest so far for 100 push-ups. But I tried to stick to the 5 sets of 20. But even in the first set, it was difficult. And you can probably tell in the time lapse that by the end, it's no longer one set. It's like a 6, a 7, a 6 in one set, but just gotta get it done. And hopefully the weigh-in will be all the better for it. And then the night after the weigh-in, we might do, well, depending on what the scale looks like. If the scale number's good, like we're nice and low, we'll have like a refeed afternoon, a little reward for the effort this week. And that should pump the carbs back in, get me set for week number 3. Day 13. Physique check. I was doing the editing this morning for yesterday's vid. I think we're gonna keep the overhead light on moving forward. I think before then it was just a bit too dark. But today, I'm so full of water. So, I'm feeling thick, boy. Let me know how it looks there. Guns. That back shot of the guns. What's going on up there, champ? Not bad. There you have it. Bam, 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 bam. Day 13 wrapped up. Now, before we get into the final thoughts on the day, don't forget that when I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away a pair of Nike Vomero 18s. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. All right, final thoughts on the day. Today we've really been focused on getting our water retention down. So no salt, shitloads of water, getting a good sweat on, no carbs. And that has affected just about all of our training. I was surprised to see that the walk, my pace was actually on par with yesterday, and I was really pushing it yesterday. So that's sick. But the squats were tough, sit-ups were tough, push-ups were tough, extra tough. So even though it feels like I've regressed a little bit, I know it's because I'm not carved up at all, just drained. So hopefully that will reflect well on the scales tomorrow. But make sure you come back tomorrow because we got the week 2 weigh-in and I'm expecting great things. Either that or I'm gonna be mega disappointed. I'll see you tomorrow, day 14.